After securing the title for the World Series last year, the Dodgers are gearing up for another exciting chapter. Raw footage shows the construction crew digging two massive trenches down the left and right field foul lines. The Dodger Stadium is undergoing a $100 million worth of renovation. The plan includes rehauling the clubhouses, training facilities, recovery areas, and so much more. The Dodgers' home ground is already the biggest baseball stadium in the world. This transformation will secure its position as the most advanced baseball facility for the next 3 decades to come. It's also just in time for the 2028 Summer Olympics, where the stadium will serve as the official venue for baseball. Is this the start of Blue Team's glory? Time to find out. Dodger Stadium is 63 years old. Throughout history, the stadium's management has done a good job of hiding its age through multiple renovations over the years. However, almost all of them targeted the arena's exterior appearance and fan comfort. While the stadium expanded and changed drastically, the interior player facilities like the clubhouses, training, and recovery areas remain the same. Janet Marie Smith, the lead architect of the Dodger team, described the clubhouse as a 1962 locker room. So in 2013, the clubhouse was expanded to a spacious 2-level affair along with basic upgrades to the weight room. However, the players had to survive with only one batting cage and a cramped locker room. The locker room was among the smallest in MLB. Training, weight, and dining areas were undersized and not well integrated, making daily routines less efficient for athletes. The visiting teams also had to share these facilities with the Dodger crew. In all honesty, this doesn't look well for one of the top teams in Major League Baseball. After more than a decade, the players are getting a well-deserved relief. With a bill of $100 million, the blue heaven is being refreshed inside out. So while fans won't see a drastic difference in the stadium's appearance, beneath their feet, the players will be enjoying a brand new clubhouse. During the off-season, the management planned out a 360 revamp of the whole area. The clubhouse was expanded from an underground 2-level space to a luxurious 3-level facility. Because Dodger Stadium is built into a hillside in Chavez Ravine, expanding an underground facility was a big challenge. The only way to create more space was by digging deeper. 2 deep trenches were dug beneath the stadium along the left and right field foul lines to create 60,000 square feet of clubhouse space. The space of the previous facility was just 40,000 square feet. In order for construction to proceed, the baseline seats were removed to allow space for digging. The brand new clubhouse stretches from behind the third base dugout down all the way to the left field foul pole. The weight and training room were combined into a fluid, adjacent space, enhancing player conditioning and recovery routines. This was mostly done on the players' request. Much to the excitement of the team, a second batting cage has been added. It's fitted with all the right kind of gadgets to ensure that the Dodgers bring home another title. The locker room went from being one of the smallest in MLB to a high-end space. Players have received new stalls along with a digital nameplate on their locker. The digital nameplates also allow for new players to be integrated with ease. One of the coolest things is the introduction of sleeping rooms. These rooms provide players a quiet, comfortable rest during the long MLB season. On average, the Dodgers play 81 games at their home ground. The sleeping rooms are just what the players need after a grueling day. However, the team management knows that no matter how comfortable a clubhouse is, it's still an underground facility with no sunlight access. This could be claustrophobic for players as they spend long hours training inside. So as part of the updated locker room, a special kind of lighting is introduced called mood lighting. Each player's stall is equipped with one and provides a personalized environment. With the start of the 2025 season, the concept of smart lighting has been quite in. Just recently, the Phillies have added biocentric lighting to all of their clubhouse facilities. These lights mimic the properties of natural sunlight and boost the energy levels of their team members. Special emphasis is also given to players' recovery rooms. The Renovation added spacious, modern recovery rooms to facilitate physical rehabilitation post-game. These spaces support treatments such as cryotherapy, hydrotherapy, and other modalities commonly used for muscle recovery and injury prevention. Now, it's important to mention that the latest renovations have added some perks for the fans too. Ticketless entry has been introduced at all 3 gates of the stadium. This new system, called Go-Ahead Entry, uses cameras to authenticate fans who register through the MLB Ballpark app. The ticketless system is still a relatively modern feature. Newly constructed arenas like the Intuit Dome have launched this option as well. At least 21 stadiums and arenas across the country are using this technology. And while the idea is great, a big glitch in the system can cause a massive delay. On the opening night of the Intuit Dome, the facial recognition system was down. Hundreds of fans were packed outside, and the concert was delayed by 2 hours. Let's hope the Dodgers do a better job than the Intuit crew. What's interesting about this whole thing is the speed at which the construction was completed. The renovation was completed within 4 months, starting from November 2024, and finishing just in time for the Dodgers home opener on March 27, 2025. Crew and subcontractors worked 7 days a week without a break. Some contractors didn't have even a single day off since January, and the result was definitely worth it. Part of the pressure to get everything done on time is because of the upcoming Olympics. The City of Angels is hosting the 2028 Summer Olympics. With that in mind, LA is undertaking massive strides in improving its airport, public transport, and other civic facilities. But that doesn't mean Los Angeles will bankrupt itself in the process. The city has planned to make the 2028 Olympics economically sustainable, something largely unheard of in Olympic history. Most Olympic hosts cripple under enormous debts after the Games spiral out of their original budget. A famous case study is the 1976 Montreal Olympics. With an initial cost estimate of $120 million, the actual figure skyrocketed to $1.6 billion. It wasn't until 2006 that Montreal was able to pay off its debt. You might think that it was just bad management, but there's one thing that all these Olympic hosts did in common that led them to this situation. They built new stadiums. Los Angeles will avoid this mistake by not building a single new venue for the Games. Instead, it will renovate the existing ones and save a pretty penny. Los Angeles has already tested this strategy during the 1984 Olympics. The city walked away with a profit of $200 million, marking the first time since 1932 that an Olympic Games turned a profit. LA already has quite a collection of sports structures. From the iconic Coliseum to the multi-purpose SoFi Stadium, there's no end in sight. Dodger Stadium is also one of the official venues. With a capacity of 56,000 fans, it's the biggest baseball stadium worldwide. This will be a huge win for the baseball community since this sport rarely features in the Olympics. After 2008, baseball was excluded before making a comeback in 2020. Sadly, it was excluded once again during last year's Paris Games. But for the upcoming 2028 Olympics, baseball is returning yet again. And what better place to host the Games than the historic Dodger Stadium? This stadium is the oldest ballpark on the West Coast and the third oldest in the country. Due to its hillside location, the stadium allows breathtaking views of the LA skyline and the San Gabriel Mountains in the distance. To this day, building a ballpark at an actual hill is out of the question. So how exactly did Dodger pull such a scenic location? The actual history is both controversial and fascinating at the same time. For that, we have to go all the way back to the mid-20th century. With the newly cleared land, LA planned a housing development titled Elysian Park Heights. The 54-acre site would include 24 towers and 163 low-rise properties. This would have provided more than 3,000 low-cost apartments for the public. However, the Elysian Heights plan was discarded with the election of a new mayor. Sadly, the original homeowners had already moved out by the time, and the land lay vacant. By the late 1950s, Los Angeles offered the land to Walter O'Malley. In 1957, after 68 seasons in Brooklyn, the Dodgers finally moved to Los Angeles. The Dodger Stadium swallowed $23 million in construction, which took less than 3 years. It was the first MLB stadium since the Yankees to be built on full private funding. A total of 8 million cubic yards of earth were moved in the process. 21,000 precast concrete units, some weighing as much as 32 tons, were fabricated on site to create the ballpark's framework. Fans could watch the games from 7 different front row elevations with a clear view from each seat. The 5 different colors represent different seating levels consisting of yellow, orange, blue, and red. These colors were a tribute to LA's landscape, mimicking its stunning beaches, sunsets, ocean, and the sky. In this way, a team that was strongly rooted in Brooklyn beautifully integrated itself with the people of LA. The Dodgers' home ground is entering its 6th decade of operation and is still going strong. While the current renovation won't make a drastic difference in fan experience, there are some revolutionary proposals for the future. There's a plan to build a cable car network for fast and easy access to the ballpark. With a 7-minute ride, each cabin would hold 30 to 40 passengers. Due to the stadium's isolated location, fans have to face bumper-to-bumper traffic on the roads leading up to the venue. However, there is a serious concern regarding the environmental hazard of such a project. A natural location like this should be free from external interferences. Do you want to ride a cable car on your way to the game? What do you think of this? Share your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch up in the next one.